That was a nice shot.
Yeah, just waking up in the morning and to be well. Quite honest with you, I ain't really sleep well. You ever feel like your train of thought's been derailed? That's when you press on, lean in. Half the population just waiting to see me fail. Yeah, right, you better off trying to freeze hell. Some of us do it for the females, and others do it for the retail. But I do it for the kids, life through the time we're in on. Every time you fall, it's only making your chin strong. And I'll be in your corner like Nick, baby, till the end. And when you hear a song from that big lady, until the referee rings the bell, until both your eyes start to swell, until the crowd goes home. What we gon' do, y'all?
Give 'em hell, time to heads. Gonna live life till we're dead. Give me scars, give me pain. Then they say of me, say of me, say of me. There goes the fighter. There goes the fighter. Here comes the fighter. That's what they say of me, say of me, say of me. This one's a fighter.
And if I could last 30 rounds, there's no reason you should ever have your head down. 6'5", 220 pounds, hailing from rock bottom, Loserville, nothing town. Textbook version of a kid going nowhere fast, and now I'm yelling, kiss my ass. It's gonna take a couple right hooks, a few left jabs, for you to recognize you really ain't got it bad. Until the referee rings the bell, until both your eyes start to swell, until the crowd goes home. What we gon' do, y'all?
What's up, guys? My name is Bruno Rodriguez, and this is Flicking a Flash with today's review over Bad Boys for Life. This movie, unlike the first two, was not directed by Michael Bay, although it really seems like it was, and it stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence back in their iconic roles. I feel like this type of movie is really hard to get right when you're coming back for the sequel like a long time later. Like Bad Boys 2 came out in 2003, so it's been a long break for these guys and the franchise itself. Sometimes when you're trying to revive a franchise, it goes horribly. The actors might just simply not portray the characters as well, and the movie might just be tonally off. But I'm very happy to say that this movie did not fall into those traps. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence did an amazing job, and I felt like the movie did a really good job of noticing that these actors have aged and moving the story along with that. It doesn't just gloss over the fact, but it actually builds a story around their age. Marcus is still the family guy, still having trouble with his wife, and now his daughter is getting married and he's a grandfather. They just took his previous character story and just continued it. Mike Lowrey as well, he's still the single bachelor, but now you see the tolls that that's taking on him. You see him deep down, kind of wanting to settle down, but at the same time, he's still the same Mike Lowrey. Now I gotta be honest, I didn't see the second movie, just partly because I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one. I liked it, I enjoyed it for what it was, but as far as action movies go, it wasn't my favorite. I really didn't love Michael Bay's directing. I thought it was too extra, the dialogue was kind of cringy, and it was just too unrealistic for me. So I didn't watch the second one. I've heard some people say it's better, so I came into this one not knowing what had happened in the second movie, and I was never lost. I could totally see someone who has never seen the previous two movies watching this one and being completely caught up. This movie does a really good job at letting you know who these characters are, even if you haven't seen the last two movies. And I gotta say, this movie was a big step up from the first one. I enjoyed it a whole lot more. The action seemed to be more consistent, not as many fast shots that didn't let you capture anything. It had better wide angles, better use of the camera, to be honest. I felt like it had more thought behind the camera movements. The angles and the length of each shot was like more inspired. That's not to say that the action fight scenes are very realistic. It's got very heavy inspiration from Michael Bay tropes. So of course it's got the explosions everywhere. Even if you shoot a tire out of a car, the whole car will suddenly explode and turn around and give a few flips. It's got that kind of thing. And as much as that sort of bothers me, I found myself really enjoying this movie. The action, like I said, I felt was a step up from the previous movie. And overall, I just gravitated more towards this story. It's about this assassin that's killing seemingly random people, and Mike really wants to hunt him down, but Marcus wants to retire and he's got to convince him.
I'm done, Mike. I'm retiring. Uh-oh, here we go again. You want your legacy to be muscle shirts and body counts?
And so they kind of have the whole body cop thing going on again. But I just felt like the plot was more intriguing. On the topic of Mike and Marcus, their characters are amazing. Will Smith and Marcus Lawrence have amazing chemistry. Throughout the whole movie, I was cracking up. All the jokes landed for the most part, and it's their bond and their chemistry that was my favorite part of the movie. Honestly, like, if nothing else, that's why you should go see the movie. The villain is also something that was much better than I thought it would be. They gave the villain more of a backstory, more motivation, and he was just more of a well-developed character. But apart from all the positives I've said, this movie still has a lot of issues. And those issues might not bother some people, like, at all. For some people, this is just going to be a really enjoyable body cop action movie. And that's completely okay, but at the same time, it didn't do anything amazing. It was never extraordinary or groundbreaking. And it's also one of those movies that's hard to rate. I don't know whether I should give it a 3 or 4. I'm leaning more towards a 3 out of 5 stars, but consider it a high 3. That's pretty much all I have to say about this one. If you think this is the type of movie you would really enjoy, go see it. Go check it out on theaters. It's one of those movies that's just elevated by the experience of being in the theater. So yeah, go check it out, or not. If you enjoyed this review, please make sure to subscribe, check out my latest videos, and as always, drop a like and drop in later.